Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is for anyone who is interested in juicing, anyone who needs help with juicing, and anyone who wants to use juicing to enhance their daily nutrition and their skin health. Today we're going to use two simple but nutritious juices that will help with your overall health, your skin, and your body. So let's get into these recipes. Over the summer, I did a lot of juicing and I started making different things that maybe I didn't normally like, just to try to get myself to like certain things. One of those things was watermelon. So I have never been a huge watermelon fan, but I always have known that watermelon was a super hydrating juice. So I'm gonna show you guys today how I make my viral watermelon pineapple juice. I make a lot of juicing videos, skincare videos, and stuff like that on TikTok. And over the summer, I decided to film me making this watermelon pineapple juice. And it literally got like over 2 million views, almost 3 million. So I'm gonna walk you guys through how I make this juice so you can stay hydrated and you can have nice glowy skin throughout the summer and now. It's crazy because I went to the farmer's market today and I saw that they had seeded watermelon. So I got super excited because when I got my facial this past Friday, the esthetician was still kind of concerned about some of the dryness that I was having. So I'm trying to do as much as I can to increase my hydration naturally at home, while also making sure that I do my skincare. So I want to show you guys this recipe, and I want to show you how it can be beneficial for your skin, but just for your overall hydration in your body as well. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the rind off the watermelon. And somewhere on this video, I will probably post different like nutrient facts about watermelon, and about more of the minerals or what exact vitamins it has in it. But I'm pretty sure it has like vitamin C and just other things that help to hydrate the body. It also just has a high water content, so naturally it's going to help, you know, hydrate your body. The same thing is like people like cucumbers, they like to juice that, and that is good because it has low calories as well, but it also has a high water content. But today we're just going to focus on watermelon and pineapple. Sometimes I throw in a little bit of mint. I don't remember if I've done ginger. I've been thinking about it, but when I juice, I kind of like to taste as I go. So I'll see if I'm feeling like I want to add the ginger today or not. I am going to make another juice as well, so we'll see after making that if I truly want to add some more or if I want to just keep going with what I got. And the good thing about this juicer, like I really don't have to do like this much work, but I'm just trying to get as much as I can, so my juice will be good. I use this super huge bowl just so I can put the extra pieces in here. And yes, I do leave the seeds in because seedless watermelon is known to be genetically modified, so I try not to use that. Now that we have the watermelon prepped, let's go ahead and get into this pineapple. I also got this from my farmer's market, and they go ahead and pre-slice it there for you so you don't have to worry about it. I definitely left this sitting on the counter for a little bit, so it got a few brown spots, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get those off, as well as some of the extra green that was on it. And then I'm just gonna slice it up. When I get my pineapples, I do like to keep the core as well, because the core inside here still has lots of nutrients, so I like to keep that. But I'm just gonna give this a rough chop. And I decided to add pineapple when I first started making this juice because pineapple is one of my favorite fruits, and I just always thought that it would pair very well with the watermelon, and turns out I was right. It does sweeten it up and gives it a different type of flavor, which I really do enjoy as somebody who grew up not liking watermelon. So I'm gonna go ahead and add all of this in here. All right, and I'm gonna rinse this board off real quick, and we're gonna go ahead and prep for the next juice so we can, so we can just keep this process going real smooth. Okay, So next we are prepping for the carrot, apple, and ginger juice. When I juice my carrots, I usually just take off this top little piece here, and then I cut off the bottom. Some people peel their carrots to get, you know, all of that extra fiber and stuff off, or whatever might be on the ends, but I like to keep that. Whatever we don't need, the juicer will go ahead and get rid of it for us, so I'm not too worried about that. So I'm just gonna give these a quick chop. And keep it going. Crazy thing is, today I literally bought some of this stuff from Trader Joe's. I didn't think I was going to want to make a lot of juice today, but then once I had to go back out to the grocery store at Trader Joe's, I decided to go ahead and get some stuff so I could make more juice. So you can cut these in half if you want. Today I'm just using like about a pound of carrots. And I'll just throw those in here, and that little end I'll cut off. All right, so now we have these little bitty apples. We're gonna go ahead and cut these. This isn't completely necessary, but I'm just gonna cut them in half just to give my juicer a little ease. And I'll try to not make my juicer work too hard. But these are like really, really tiny. Usually I just get pretty large size Gala apples when I go to the farmer's market, so I don't have to worry about using like so many. And I'll use like 3 or 4, and usually that'll be enough for me when I'm making juice. But it really depends on what you're drinking or what kind of juice you're making and what you're trying to do. This kind of looks like it might be enough. I'll just do one more. And I'll take these extra ones out and set them to the side just in case we need them later. I'll just pop them into the juicer. But this is why I like to taste my juice as I go. Okay, so I have my lemons and I have some ginger here. I don't usually use a lot of lemon, so we'll just kind of go through. Usually I just use 1 lemon, and the reason I use lemon anyways is just to act as a preservative when I'm making my juice. So I'm gonna go ahead and just slice the skin off of this. Yeah, when I'm juicing, I usually don't peel off the skin of a lot of my fruits or veggies, but when I'm using like any type of citrus, then I go ahead, and then I'm just gonna probably take about half of this, so do a hump. So that's a good amount of ginger, so this is probably gonna be spicy. I'm trying to think if I wanna add any more lemon, but I really don't. I don't want that much acid in my juice. So we have already prepped. So this is our carrot, apple, and ginger with a little lemon for the preservative. And then this is our watermelon and pineapple juice that we're gonna make. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna clear some stuff out of the way so we can get juicing and get started. So let me go ahead and get some of this out of the way. It's the pulp container, the juice container is over here. Slide this over here, and I always like to do that before just to make sure I have everything in the right place. Before I've done this where I put all of this in here and then I start going and then I'm stuck, so. Go ahead, got some melon. And we'll put a big pineapple on top. All right, and now we just go. This is the good part. This is when we get to relax. It's not much to do. You just let the juicer do all the work for us. So now that I'm thinking about it though, I'm gonna put some of this stuff in this bowl because watermelon produces so much juice, and I need a place to be able to put this stuff at. I don't know if you guys can see this over here. You can already see all the pulp is coming out, and you can already see like this is already full. So when you make watermelon and pineapple juice, like you get so much bang for your buck because it's producing so much juice just because of the high water content. So that's why I was trying to make some room in this little bowl over here. so that when this gets overfilled, I'll be able to just pour it in this bowl over here so I can transfer it that way. And you know what, I'm just gonna pour the rest of this in here. It does have some juice from the watermelon. And I'm putting all the seeds in here. So that's perfect. So that's all of our melon. Just gonna rinse this bowl here. It's filling up already. So I've already emptied. I'm gonna go ahead and start pouring in here now because I won't have anywhere else to put it at this point. And it'll start backing up into here. I'm gonna go ahead and add in the rest of the pineapple. Kind of just wanted to get a lot of that watermelon done first. And yep, that's all the pineapple. Sometimes I've seen people say, you know, sometimes if the pulp is coming out and it's still wet, you can take the pulp and kind of throw it back in here. Because like I'm getting this watermelon right now and it is coming out a little bit wet. I feel like you can expect that with something like watermelon though. And then it didn't really have any other juice with it. The pineapple though definitely came out pretty dry. And I'm just throwing that back in there because it's still coming out wet. So I feel like it still has more juice, if that makes sense. So, I don't know. I'll have to zoom in so you can see. But as you can see, some of it's still a little wet, so I'm just throwing it back in there. That way I can still make sure I'm getting all my benefits and I'm not wasting anything. It doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes when I'm doing stuff like watermelon or pineapple, it can happen. So this is coming out semi-dry. And this juice, I definitely do not strain. I want to keep all the goodness, all the pulp, everything in there. So, looks like we're just about done. So, I'll let this finish up and then we'll bottle everything up into some mason jars or my glasses from Amazon. I'm not exactly sure how much I'm getting out yet, but I might put these in the smaller one. And yes, sometimes I eat the pulp. People ask what I do with it. But sometimes while I'm juicing, I literally just eat it. Okay, so I'm not really sure how many juices I'm gonna get from this, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to pour everything up. I always use these little mason jars. So let's see how much juice we got. Actually, I'm gonna transfer some to this container so the pouring will be a little bit easier and I'm not wasting product. After I said that, I literally wasted the juice, so let me be very, very careful. But you guys, you can't tell me this doesn't look super good, super refreshing. Like this on a super hot day in the summertime, I swear is one of the best things you can have. Next to water. Oops, there I go, making my messes again. Like this stuff is absolutely amazing. Like if you don't make anything this summer, you definitely need to make this juice. Alright, here's this one. Oh my gosh. And please be way more careful than I am. I actually have another container, so fill these all the way to the top. The more you fill them up, the better anyways. Then that way when you seal them at the top, it kind of helps to stop that oxidation process with all the air and stuff getting into it. So that's it. Oh yeah, and then I'm just gonna pop my lids on here. These are the best. I know a lot of the times when you get mason jars, they come with those little metal ones, but I don't like those because they get rusty and it makes it very hard for you to be able to reuse your containers if that's the case. So I'm gonna put these away for now and then we're gonna get started on the other juice, so be right back. Okay, so it's time for our next juice and this is the apple, carrot, and ginger juice, and I'm gonna tell you guys a little story while we juice. So right in 2020, I became a new nurse and of course COVID happened. and I wanted to make sure that I was doing something to help boost my immune system and to make sure, you know, that I was still getting my nutrients in as well. So I did not have a juicer at all, but I did have a blender. So I literally used to make this juice in a blender, and I swear by it. But this is literally the best juice, at least to me. Maybe I'm a little biased, but I think this juice is so good for just boosting your immune system and just helping with your overall health. So I used a few carrots. Actually, I used about a pound of carrots for here. And I used a few apples, a huge hunk of ginger, and lemon. And I literally used to drink this all the time, you know, before my shifts, during my shifts. And I really feel like it made a huge difference for me as far as my health. And I swear, this kept me away from COVID for a very, very long time. So let's go ahead and get into this one. Uh-oh. Might have, okay. I did not overfill it. All right, so here we go. The carrot, apple, ginger. So I'm gonna stop this real quick just so I can put the rest of everything in here. Oh my goodness, I can smell the spice of the ginger. I am not mad at it. I swear, ginger is so good for the body because it has anti-inflammatory properties. So I swear by this, almost in every juice I'm adding ginger, and if I'm not adding it to my juice, sometimes I'm either drinking it in my tea or I'm boiling it on the stove with lemons to make my own tea. Ginger is freaking amazing. All right, now I just wanted to show you guys what I was talking about earlier. You can kind of see how the pulp is dry. It doesn't have like a lot of like wetness or anything compared to how the watermelon had, you know, more water content, so you were seeing more of that. Uh-oh, I'm talking too much. And that beautiful color, it looks so good and it smells even better. So this is probably going to make like around 2 16 ounces like this. So I'm gonna go ahead in a little bit and grab those. Actually, I'm gonna do a taste test. Let me see if I'm liking the taste of this, or if, yikes, or if I need to make it a little bit sweeter. Ooh, it's spicy, but I don't need to add anything else. Now, this one does have a little bit more, it's a little bit more carrot heavy, but it's still sweetened with the hint of the apples. I can taste a little bit of the lemon and the ginger. But if you do not like carrots and you feel like you need something sweeter, especially if you're starting off, just add in a few more apples. But I've literally been drinking this same juice for 3 years at least. So for me, that's not even necessary. And I always like to do this little number just to make sure I'm getting all the juice out. I'm sure it comes out eventually, but I don't really want to wait for that. So I just always take it off like this. And I really need to look into having some type of compost or doing something, because sometimes I don't do anything with this pulp and I just throw it away. Sometimes I make tea. I've seen recently where people take it, they dehydrate it, and then they make it into like some type of powder where they can put it in their smoothies. But for now, I'm kind of on a time crunch, so unfortunately, I'm probably gonna throw it away. Don't hate me. All right, let me go ahead and get this stuff packaged up so I can clean up and get ready for my work week. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour this up. Usually I strain the juices, but I'm not really feeling like straining this one today. So we're just gonna go ahead and let it do. It needs to be done. And yeah, we're a little short on this one, but that's okay. Just make sure I drink that one first, because that means that it's probably gonna oxidize a little bit quicker and the air is gonna get to it, so. But those are our juices that we did. This is literally amazing. I haven't done a big juicing like this in a while. So this concludes the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed juicing for you guys. Let me know what else you guys would like to see in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.